Please show your support with a like, subscribe, or contribution to either the YouTube or Patreon page. The Mountain and the Mouse, written and read by Jeremy Boggess. The mountain has been there before the mouse and will probably be there after. But it is the mouse and its offspring that are in reality more powerful. Aside from external factors such as the weather, very few things have an impact on the mountain. Whereas this and many other daily external and internal factors impact the mouse much more significantly than the mountain. The mountain may favor one mouse over another. The mountain may provide abundance to one mouse more than another. It may consider another mouse irrelevant. The mountain may put a huge rock, stick, or some other insurmountable obstacle in front of a different mouse. Or it may also mislead yet another mouse into its eventual demise. On a daily basis, the mountain may impact the individual mouse much more than the individual mouse impacting the mountain. The daily life of the mouse is directly impacted by the mountain. Yet, the daily routine of the mouse is virtually unknown by the mountain. But if you think about it, the cumulative daily activities of the mouse do not go unnoticed by the mountain. It is the collective of the mice that the mountain is virtually powerless against. In many ways, the different collectives of the mice can have unforeseen impact on the mountain. The mountain may be large, but the mice are many and can breed exponentially. The mice are much more numerous than the mountain. The mice are also much more versatile and maneuverable than the mountain. The mountain cannot move and go elsewhere when threatened, but the individual mouse can. There are numerous examples of the mouse impacting the mountain. There are many examples of the mouse making and directing the future of the mountain. One example is the mouse making the mountain more or less susceptible to outside elements such as the weather. One example of this is that the mouse impacts the future of the mountain by making tunnels in the mountain. One result of the impact of these tunnels is that they help direct the flow of rain and thus cause or direct future erosion on the mountain. The mouse population can also destroy or create roots of the plants, trees, and other vegetation. These roots keep the soil of the mountain in place when the soil is threatened by the domino and cumulative effect of wind, water, sun, soil displacement, or other erosion. The mouse can carry and deposit seeds. Sometimes depositing a seed just at the right place and time to germinate to keep the soil of the mountain together. Sometimes, on other occasions, depositing a seed or future vegetation between rocks. Those roots grow and create the space for more roots, slowly tearing apart even the hardest and densest rock of the mountain. All this destruction of the mountain is because of one mouse brought and deposited one seed. The mouse is also a link between vegetation and predators. The mouse can also deposit seeds in other places on the mountain. This, in turn, changes the landscape of vegetation on the mountain. When vegetation changes, the migratory patterns of herbivores change. Herbivores, attracted by the result of the seed of the mouse, also bring seeds of their own. Predators will follow herbivores. Larger vegetation brings larger herbivores and eventually larger predators. Different animals and plants change the chemical composition, properties, and makeup of the soil on the mountain. And it all started with one mouse and one seed. Yes, mice do have hierarchies, but one renegade or curious mouse can change the course and future of all of the mice on the mountain. Mice are not generally known for their political structure, but yet, as with mice, often when they're in a group, the group can react from the action of one random mouse rather than one executive mouse. Humans are much more sophisticated and generally thought to be more intelligent than the mouse, so you can imagine the impact by one random human. Changing the future, pattern, or behavior of all of the mice on the mountain can be something as simple as one mouse finding a new food source or following that unique trail left by another. It can also be from one single mouse discovering something else or reacting in a unique way. Whether they eventually become the next alpha or continue to be a follower, they have changed the course and eventually the future of all of the mice on the mountain. The random mouse can cause at times more significant changes in the collective of the mice or the hierarchy of the mice rather than one individual alpha mouse. Thus, a single mouse can change the future of all of the mice on the mountain, and in turn, the future of the mountain. And thank you again for your like, subscribe, or contribution to either the YouTube or Patreon page.